What's up, killer?
Oh, he's so scary. You're so scary. All right, so we just made a pit stop actually in Pittston, not too far from where I grew up. So I grew up in Clark Summit, moved to Montdale, so you're just like a stone throw away.
Yeah.
But we're on our way to New York City, and we heard of Frank's Garden, which in a sea of, I don't mean to knock your neighbors, but a sea of lawns,
Yes.
you decided to go a different route.
Yes. Yeah. I had a little problem here. Like, I just collect plants, so
Yeah.
I needed somewhere to put them.
So how much lawn space do you actually have for your house here? Is it like a eighth of an acre, a quarter acre?
I think it's somewhere close to half an acre, and it was all just grass when I started.
Yeah.
Like it was lawn. There was a little, maybe 3 or 4 of the shrubs were here. The rest was grass.
And so what got you started in designing and putting in this garden?
I needed places for the plants, so.
So you were into plants before you moved here?
Yes,
or? Okay.
yeah.
Indoor, outdoor kind of combo?
I think, well, it started, my mom is a big gardener.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, and so it started with them, and I was always like into plants. It was either inside or outside. It's been a problem the whole time. And for a while, like I was moving around, I grew up on Long Island. I moved to Texas. I lived in Florida. Came back to Pennsylvania, or back to the area, and then just kind of settled here. So
Interesting. So why don't you take us through some of the things that you've maybe planted, or maybe some of the first plants that you got, or what your kind of style is? I mean, obviously it looks like really eclectic. You have like conifers and perennials.
It's a mess, and actually a lot of it
in a good way.
Thanks. It started out like I started with a little strip along the street here, and for a while I was into tropicals. Every time I kind of plant something, I always go back to bulbs. Like this is actually
Interesting.
like you wouldn't guess it now, but this is actually a big bulb garden.
So in the spring you have a lot of tulips or narcissus, or what do you
narcissus, and I guess I should fess up now, snowdrops.
Snowdrops, Galanthus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking hundreds of cultivars of snowdrops.
So is that all underplanted in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is winter conite, the Aranthus. That's all in here. There's
the yellow
snowdrops.
kind.
Yeah, real early. So if you were to come here in February or March, there would actually be plenty of things flowering here. A lot of snowdrops in these beds along the house. I fell in with a bad crew down in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
And they were kind of into snowdrops.
Okay,
and so,
a bad good crew.
Yes.
When he says bad, it's good. When he says a mess, it means well kept.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
And I'll run with it because that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. But you do have a mix. Like, look, you have like a coreopsis right next to a nymphophia, agastaki, which the bees seem to absolutely adore.
Yeah, and my big savior is things from seed. The like the agastache, that's seeded there, so I didn't plant it there. This is all purple fennel. There's regular fennel. Those all seeded in.
Well, that will seed if you never collect the seeds. That will end up everywhere.
Yeah, when it first came here, the whole bed was fennel, so it kind of took over. Yeah, but
and you left pokeweed. I'm sure you didn't plant that. It just kind of came in.
No, that just came on its own.
Yep.
And obviously, just from the name, it's pokeweed, so you're talking about weed.
Right.
But this one's, I forget the name. I think it's like gold. It's like sunshine or something.
Oh, so it is a cultivated variety of pokeweed. Okay.
Yeah, and it comes true to seed mostly. So it's more of a yellow color.
Yes, I mean, it has that aurea kind of. It almost looks like splotched too on the leaves.
It does,
yeah.
and I wonder about that. I would think it's virus, but they all kind of get it. So I think it's just genetic.
And grasses as well. Is this like a moor grass or?
I think it's Melina.
Melina, it's moor grass.
I think it's Sky Racer. I love the grasses. Like I went through the grass phase. I got tired of cutting them back. So now I kind of stick with more of the native and the ones that kind of die down on their own.
Now, I'm just curious because obviously some of your neighbors have like some border plants like around their houses, but does this ever make people stop when they're walking their dogs on the road, or like do they come to you and be like, do you do landscaping, or
No,
they get
funny.
inspired to plant something else in their yard? Yeah.
They'll say, oh, it looks nice, or the most frequent thing is it's a lot of work. That looks like a lot of work.
Interesting.
And so,
Is it?
yeah, it is. It is. It's probably more than I should have.
Yeah.
You know, I try to keep up with it, but it's a lot. So
you were a little bit
I focus on areas.
You were a little bit concerned because you're like, oh, I'm traveling back. I don't know how well kept it's going to be, or whatever. The lawn, this and that.
Yeah, I know.
You worry too much, I think.
Well, I'm one of those people who see all the faults.
Yeah.
So, like, I look at the lawn, and one of the things I do is I throw everything on the lawn because I'm too lazy to bring it away.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll clean it up, but other times I'll just run over it with the mower,
Right,
and it's
right.
gone. So,
What is this plant right here with the kind of, is this like a sorbaria, or what is this?
That's actually staghorn
Oh,
sumac.
is this sumac? Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
with the gold leaves.
Yeah, it's like the golden cut leaf form.
Is it rhizomatous like other
Yes.
staghorns? Okay, so it just
Yeah.
pops up pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, it's like some people hate it because you'll see that it's popped up here. It's
Yeah, I
popped
saw
up
one,
there,
a big one
it's
there.
popped
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Does
Does it get the red cones as well?
Yeah, a few of them over there do
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
see, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it's kind of a thug,
Yeah.
but I love the color.
Yeah.
And like the different shades of color, like by the lawn there, where
Yep.
it kind of picks up that pink color.
Yep.
Like I just
It also looks really sharp against this festuca that, I think this is a
Oh,
festuca,
yeah. Yep.
like some kind of glauca color. It's really neat. And then, because we had two staghorns that just, normal staghorns that popped up in my garden, and I was like, I'm kind of like, should I take it out? Should I get them while they're young, or should I remove it? Because I see in the future, like, this is what might happen.
You're probably
Yeah.
right on the money because
You-
it does spread all over.
You must be warmer than us because our crocosmia are just coming out. And I see that a lot of your plants are out right now, like flowering.
I think we are a little bit. And this bed here, because the house is brick, it kind of gives off a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So this bed, all the snowdrops and everything are early. The kind of borderline things I put here, they get a little more heat during the winter.
Acer Grecium.
Yeah.
Yeah, paper bark
yeah.
maple.
Yep. I love that thing.
Yeah.
The bark is just amazing.
About how old you think it is?
I planted it in another spot, moved it. I'd guess that it's probably 12, 13 years.
Okay, so
in the spot.
you've been here for over a decade then.
Yeah, this was originally my wife's grandparents' house. And
Oh,
so when they
interesting.
passed away, we ended up buying the place. And it's funny because it wasn't anywhere I wanted to be because it's close to the highway.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of a development. It's kind of, but she loves the house, and my mother-in-law lives next door. So the kids are over there in the pool. They're back
Yeah.
and forth, and so
Yeah.
it really worked out well.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Surprisingly, even though the highway is there, it's kind of just a background white noise, I feel. Maybe not.
Thank you. Thanks
Right
for saying
now.
that. I mean,
His face.
well,
He was like twitching a little bit there.
it's funny because after we bought the house, it used to be surrounded by woods, and there were woods on the side there too. But after we bought the house, within a couple months, they cut down all the woods. And it wasn't nice woods. It was
Yeah.
culm banks and just
Yeah.
mining
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
So they did that. There's an industrial park behind us now. There's a Walmart right there. And the sound reflects off the side of the Walmart right into our development. So it's a lot louder
Yeah.
than it needs to be.
I like that you left
But-
some of the Asclepias, by the way, the milkweed.
Oh,
Have you gotten any monarchs?
I don't. And unless, no, that's not one.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think I have too many bees and wasps. Because,
many?
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of flowers. I mean, you got to then move to like all grasses or something.
yeah, to bring them in and give them a chance.
Yeah.
Because I always see the bees and stuff hovering about here.
Yeah.
And when I do see the butterflies, and I've seen they've laid eggs, I'll collect the eggs.
Oh, really?
Some years when I
Okay.
have nothing better to do. But yeah, and I'll raise them and I'll have a bunch and release them. I don't think I've seen more than like 2 or 3 of the caterpillars in the yard.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
I think it is all the bees in that.
And this is the Helianthus, I think, Burning Hearts one.
Yeah.
Which is a nice color, the little purplish foliage. And
I think if it were in a better spot, it would probably have a lot better color.
Right.
We put an addition onto the house, and so we had to come in the side with the excavator. We brought the concrete truck and everything in here. So everything that I had here had to leave. And so this was all just dirt. And
how long ago was that?
Like 3 years.
Okay. So then this all has moved back in over the last 3 years, or?
Yeah. It's funny because I didn't like daylilies. I really didn't like daylilies.
I was with you, but I just got a few myself. But now it looks like you have taken over the whole bed with them.
Yeah, because about 3 years ago, we went to a daylily farm, me and some friends. We went to daylily farm, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. First of all, it was like August or end of July, and I thought, it's miserable out, and all these flowers look great.
Yeah.
So we went, I'm like, this is really nice. I love walking through these flowers and stuff. And I thought, you know what, maybe I need a daylily farm. So it was right after they came through with the excavator and all the construction equipment here, and I thought, well, I'm not going to plant more grass. I mean, why would I plant grass?
Right.
So I said, I'm going to start a daylily farm. So
a daylily farm.
Sure. Why start small?
Now, did you make selections? Did you like these for a specific reason? Because there's so many sorts of daylilies.
Yeah.
And I see you have ones that are more spidery, like with the thinner, kind of more traditional daylily petals, and then you have ones that are a bit more flowery.
Well, it started.
This one's a nice one, actually.
Yeah, I like this one. And I love the color too, and just the shape. Like I like those spidery ones too. But the thing started like I said like, oh yeah, I think I do like daylilies, and everybody was trying to talk me into it before, but I don't think I had more than 1 or 2. And then a friend said like, oh, you should come by. I used to run a daylily farm, and I thought, oh, they just like snowdrops, but maybe next year. And she's like, well, if you get here by August, that would be okay. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting there by August. And she gave me like a carload and then other people. And before you knew it, I had, dozens and dozens of daylilies.
Wow. And then you have a physocarpus that looks like it was just in bloom. This is one of the best pollinator plants for me. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves it. I like them. I've heard people complain or have problems with them.
Really?
Yeah, they say they get mildewy or so.
Oh, that's interesting.
But
I haven't had that
I
issue
like it.
At all.
This is like the yellow version. It seeds out a little bit. So if like you look over there, there's one that kind of came up in my mother-in-law's bed.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Which comes up real golden yellow. Now it kind of in heat gets a little darker.
And then what kind of hydrangeas are these? Do you know?
Those are Annabelle.
Okay, Annabelle. And then what about this one with the blue?
It's one of the macrophylla, but I think it's one of the ones that are supposed to rebloom in the summer.
Acid soil here, or do you give it some kind of acidifier?
I think it's the acid that brings out the blue.
Yeah, the acid.
Yeah, so I think it's mostly acidic here.
Okay.
So
I guess that would make sense. When I was in PA, I was like, we had some of the most acidic rainwater even. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, things just get eaten up.
Look at the echinacea here.
Yeah.
And then this is a massive bloom. Look at this. It doesn't have a tall flower spike, but.
And it's just at the end. This section here where all those, and when they open, it's just this big, monstrous.
And then the Verbena bonariensis. This is a tall vervain right here. I love how this looks in the garden. And now you seem to like plant it in clumps in certain sections, but it looks like it kind of seeds elsewhere, dots out elsewhere.
It does. If I get real desperate, I'll transplant a few, but I'm lucky because it does just come up on its own. And this is something the bees love it. The monarchs love this too.
Yeah, the butterflies I find love to alight on the top of it. Yep.
I guess it's just a perfect platform for them. I haven't gotten around to digging tulips. So this is actually a tulip bed, not just weeds.
Do you put in tulips every year, or do they have a tendency to get, do you get the perennial ones, or?
What happens is I get into something and then I go a little overboard. So for a while I had hundreds of tulips in the spring. And I would dig them, divide them, and replant them, and it was just nonsense. But these are the leftovers, and I thought, well, let me just dig a few more.
Yeah.
But usually they do perennialize here, Kind of, I think, because it's so dry in the summer. Not this summer, but
no, this
typically.
summer was extremely, extremely wet.
Yeah.
Wow, what the heck is this?
They call it standing cypress.
Wow, it is such a weird form, huh?
Isn't it?
Does it get red flowers all the way down?
Yeah, there's one over there that's already kind of kicking in.
Look at this. Oh my God, the hummingbirds must love this.
They do.
Is this hardy to your zone?
This is a Southwest native. I think it's called Ipomoea or something. This one grew as a biennial. It grew a little tuft first, and then this year it just shot up.
Okay, so you're a zone 7, are you, or a zone 6?
I think it's still 6.
Okay, 6B maybe.
Yeah, we dropped down to about 0 each winter.
Wow, look at that. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to see if this is hardy to our zone. What a wacky plant.
The hardy one, I was watching it because this is the first year that I grew this one.
Yeah.
And it's considered the same species, but I've grown it as an annual too. And the annual form I have coming up and stuff, but this one's kind of cool because it gets much bigger.
Unbelievable.
And I was upset because something happened to this one.
Yeah, that one looks like it got rotted out or got clipped.
Yeah, so it cracked over.
Well, you know what? You could clip that off and put it in a vase.
There you go.
Is this a river birch, or what kind of birch is this?
I actually grew it from seed, and it's supposed to be I can't think of the name right now. It's a Chinese birch, though.
Oh, okay.
And I think there's a variety like champagne or something.
Because of the color of the bark. It's like got that pinkish, peachy color.
I think it needs a couple more years to get the color, but I think it will be like a peachier. And then, of course, more pokeweed.
More pokeweed. And then what is this right here? It's a nice clump of something or other.
That's Amsonia.
Oh, this is Amsonia. Nice.
Yeah.
The Hubrichtii?
Yes.
Yeah. So it gets
exactly.
really beautiful yellow leaves in the fall and a nice light blue cerulean flower in the spring. Probably flowered already for you. Maybe some type of panicum?
Yeah, that's the, I think it's north winds.
North
it's a really
winds.
upright form.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually it. This is nice to see because I had planted one in our garden, and so it's interesting to see how tall it gets because the one I bought is like this yay big. It's just started.
Oh, that's perfect. It'll take off.
Yeah.
This one, I tried a couple, and this one I like, mostly because it's pretty compact. Also has a nice color in the winter.
Yeah.
And then I have another one, Dallas Blues. It's got a more bluish.
Right, a nice verdigris color. I had planted that one, and it gets like almost like a light tawny colored inflorescence.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it's okay. We have it in our meadow, so it is,
Because I like that one because it seems to have like that tawny color holds on a lot better than with some of the others.
I also just planted one that was called right next to this one, but I might regret it because one is called Niagara Falls, and so this one's really tall and erect, and that one is a bit more like gumdroppy. Yeah, it spills out. So I don't know. I like the fact that you have 3 or 2 of them like next to one another, and it looks more uniform. So I might actually have to move the Niagara Falls out and put it a little elsewhere. But this kind of reminds me of the structure of like Calamagrostis Carl Forrester. I don't know if you know that one too, but it has that nice kind of erect structure.
This is where the mess starts. Like when you start going back here, it gets, we start losing a little bit.
Well, it's a little mix of everything. You even have a little water garden here, huh?
I love it. This is like one of my favorite parts of the yard, just because the birds are always in here.
I'm sure you get some dragonflies too and some aquatic insects. here
a few
and there.
frogs, not as many as I'd like, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a disgusting mess. When the lily first comes up, there's a bunch of flowers and that.
Now, do you take these lilies in at all, or do you leave them in here through the winter?
They stay in here.
Okay.
And I used to fuss over them, but when we had the addition, there was probably about like 2 or 3 feet of dirt here, and it all washed in there. And so the whole thing was a mud pit, and the lily took off.
I was going to say it likes the mud, you know, the muck and the mud.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Or the lotus too. You could plant the lotus; it just grows out of the muck.
Yeah. So I haven't cleaned it out just because it's so happy.
Now, what magnolia is this?
This is Anne.
Anne. Okay, this is the one that we planted, Sonder. This has probably got 10 years or 15 years on ours.
I think if they like the spot, they grow fast. This one didn't like the spot, so it took a while to decide if it was gonna, put up the good fight.
Oh, and look at this clematis right here. Do you say clematis or clematis?
I switch back and forth, depending on who I'm talking to, because I've been corrected so many times.
I saw that you could pronounce it either way. I checked in the dictionary.
Some people are pretty serious about the pronunciation, though.
Yeah.
So.
Well, which one is this one? This one has nice little flowers, but it's really floriferous.
There's something summer love, or I think it's a cross between that autumn blooming with the small white flowers,
right,
and then the larger Jackmanii.
Oh yeah,
purple.
the Jackmanii, yep, which has that color, the same color.
Yeah. I think they got the color onto a smaller bloom. And the first year I thought. After that, it took off, and now it's a show.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. And then some phlox, maybe Gianna?
This one, I started with a couple named phlox. Like I went through a phlox phase too. I still love the phlox, but they don't like it here anymore.
Really?
They changed their minds. Yeah, they
well,
come
maybe
up.
The garden's changing a little bit, for them.
I think so, but I think it changed for the better, and they just are upset. They wanted the droughty kind of mess.
So you're
they're mostly seeded out.
You're growing some of your tomatoes in here as well. So this is like kind of, you're getting into the veggie garden. Is this a fig coming up here, or what is this? So you're kind of growing in with the veggies and your flower garden.
Yeah, a couple of years ago I decided this was going to be I wanted to clean up the vegetable garden.
Yeah.
Because it was a mess. So I put the beds in, and I felt fancy. So I joke, and this is my potager. I'm just going to grow vegetables.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I needed a spot for tulips. So in the spring, this was all filled with tulips. And then the next year, I thought, well, now I need a few daylily locations. So the daylilies went in. So now it's just dahlias. I planted dahlia seedlings.
Yeah, they should be coming up shortly.
I hope so. The rabbits, of course,
Enjoy them.
Yeah.
Now, what is this?
That's a thistle. This
but
is
what
that
kind of thistle?
Scotch thistle.
Wow, but look at the leaves. It's like furry.
Yeah, it's not my friend. It's you back into it and you know it.
Did you plant it or did it move in?
I'll let a couple seed out every year.
Yeah.
Most of these I'll trash. But.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the bees love them, you know what I mean? And so do the goldfinches, but you'd probably see it every. I've never seen this kind, we have bull thistle and, kind of Canada thistle and things like that, but nothing like this.
Thistles is one of the things, for some reason I like them.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. They're structural, they're architectural.
I think it would look better in a little cleared out location, but it came there, so I thought, let it go.
And what is this now?
These are oversized hydrangea. This is limelight.
Okay.
And I just had a couple cuttings, stuck them in here with the intention that I'd move all the phlox out.
Yeah.
But then the phlox never moved. So. Now, and with the rain, like you said, they're much higher.
And then you have, is this one of the hardy bananas?
No, I got lucky, and this one I took into the garage, and it died back a little bit, but then it sprouted right up again.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm wasting way too much time looking at it. I just love the leaves, so.
Well, you said you were into tropicals originally, so this is maybe one of the leftovers from the year.
Well, I think it's starting up again, because this year I got this.
Oh my God.
The angel trumpet, and yeah.
That is not something that I would have expected to see in Pittston, PA.
I swore that I was going to leave a few of the cannas out, but then I can never give up on a few here and there.
The canna right next to the kale.
Yeah, that was maybe not well planned. But
it is what it is. They seem to be growing happily next to one another. You got your clematis along with some of your, is this like a gourd or?
I wish.
Yeah.
It's actually, for some reason, I like this too. It's a weed.
Yeah.
Or if you're generous, I guess a wildflower. I think it's called a spiny cucumber.
Oh
or
yes,
prickly.
the ones that spray out their seeds.
Yeah.
It's a burr cucumber.
Yeah.
Because you know what the funny thing is, I grew up in Pennsylvania as well, as I shared with you. And I see these everywhere. In New York, I don't see them at all.
Oh yeah?
And I brought one in as a kid. I brought one in to grow in my house. Mm-hmm. And one night, or was one morning, I heard pop, pop, pop. And it was the seeds hitting against my wall. So,
that's too funny.
Oh wait, is this the larvae of?
Yeah, that's
of the lanternflies, spotted lanternflies. Look at these, Sonder.
We have a lot of the lanternflies.
That's one thing that we haven't seen, knock on wood.
Like they haven't done a lot of damage. Mm-hmm. Like they're not Japanese beetle kind of damaging, but they're disgusting because they squirt out that honeydew.
Yeah.
And it just, like, I had my succulents on the stone wall over there and they're all like blackened and moldy and it's just...
Look at this tiny little hair streak on the wisteria, Sonder.
Yay!
Little hair streak, see how he's rubbing his wings together. I was just about to say that our wisteria is going with the second bloom. And it's nice to see yours growing.
That's a little bit of a thug, as you know.
Oh yeah, I was like, you might need to beef up your trellis eventually.
No, I go through probably once a week or so to whack it back because it just...
Now is this like a little attempt of a meadow in the back here? Or?
Yeah, and you could have the long story or the short.
Well, what's the short story?
Yeah, it's like a meadow.
Yeah, that's a real short story. Now I want the long.
The long is that past this berm is an industrial park. And when they built it with the setbacks, they kind of had to put this in to shield us because the lights were terrible. But our property only really goes to the white fence.
Okay.
So this is kind of...
extra.
Yeah.
All right, so this is just like the berm that they own that needs to be set back from your place, but you've kind of absconded with it.
Pretty much. And it was grass and there was no way I was cutting it. So I've been happy so far with what's come up, but I really just stopped cutting the grass a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and,
it's amazing what comes up when you don't cut. Mm-hmm. Is this a sorbus right there with the yellow, this one right here? It's like kind of a mountain ash. This one right here with the fruits. Did you plant that or did that just come up?
Yeah, it just volunteered out front. And so when I had plenty of room here, I just popped one in.
That's great.
This is only the second year that it's had the berries. You don't see them much anymore.
No, I actually planted a few on our land. Should be native here and it gets, I mean, it's not berries that we would eat, but it's great for wildlife, for birds that love berries. I mean, orioles or cedar waxwings. Pycnanthemum, which is a great pollinator plant.
Oh yeah, and I love the smell too. Even in the winter or the spring when I'm cutting stuff back. Yeah, it still has that.
It's like a very it's not overpowering. Like if you have peppermint, it's like very pungent. This is almost like a sweet spearmint flavor.
It's like a raspberry.
Oh yeah, these are raspberry bushes right there.
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
I have to steal those before the birds get them.
Yeah, I have to come out every morning in order to get my fruit.
This was just one raspberry, and then the rabbits mowed it all down last winter. So I think I had the one left, and that's it. Maybe next year, though, right?
Maybe next year.
And this is just like the waste area.
Well, you need an area to compost and, work in. I feel like every garden has it. Like you said, you were throwing some on the grass and you didn't want to take it in the, but where do you do it? What do you do with that stuff?
Well, this is still part of the construction, because when we dug out the foundation for the addition, we had a bunch of extra dirt. And so I ended up putting it all back here. This was probably like 2 or 3 feet lower. So now it's kind of flat coming out the back. The first year I actually threw birdseed there, and it was great because there were birds all summer. It was really awesome.
And your pear tree, wow, it is got a lot of fruit on it.
I love it. It's so easy to grow. I don't do anything. I should probably thin it, but it actually gives nice pears, and we just have to get them before the squirrels and the deer.
Is this the Carl Forester now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Carl Forester, especially when it turns that kind of straw color.
It looks great every single year. Even in the winter, I leave it up, and I don't cut it until like maybe February. If it's a warm February, that's when I actually cut it back.
Yeah, it's a nice little bit of interest.
I love how you retired the swing as a trellis.
Yeah, it's not as popular with the kids anymore, so.
So, I mean, maybe you moved them out too early. This is your Aristolochia then, right? Is this tomentosa?
I think so.
Wow, look at the flowers, Sander.
Yeah, it's been blooming all spring. I've never really had it go this long.
Super cool. That's just a really unique flower. And this is the host plant for the pipevine swallowtail as well.
I haven't had any yet.
Yeah.
So.
It's always some time. And here's one of our honeysuckles. Is this one of our native ones, I think?
Yes, yep. I think that's a cultivated variety, but...
Maybe Major Wheeler?
Maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
But that, for some reason, I think because we have a lot of the invasive honeysuckle, I think the aphids kind of get on here and they give it a tough little run there.
And then a metasequoia as well.
Yes. I have a weakness for anything with yellow foliage. This is that Ogon. This, I think, we planted this the first year. Back when the sandbox and stuff was back here, and it was supposed to give shade, but it only barely caught up to the kids. But the tree still grows.
I'm surprised you don't have the sandbox with like succulents in.
I would.
I'm wondering what you're going to do with the trampoline.
I know, I would, but I suggested getting rid of the trampoline, and no, I'm going to use it. So,
oh, no.
Yeah, so
he's waiting for the kids to move out so he can move in his garden. And the only reason why he has any lawn whatsoever is for his little dog, Biscuit.
Maybe. Very likely.
Just think, you never have to mow anymore.
I know. The only problem is, where do I throw my weeds?
Yeah, that's true. In the trampoline.
There you go. It'll be like an elevated compost pile.
Yeah.
Just bounce them to the neighbor's.
Bounce them out, catapult them over. It's just interesting to see that you've went through all these different phases, it appears to me, where you're like, I want some tropicals, I want some veggies, I want this and that, and this has become the amalgamation of all those real interests. And I think a lot of folks will resonate with you when you're like, oh, I get into something and then I really get into it and I go a little overboard. And I hear you said, like, if I could repeat what you were saying with the tulip. So
yeah, this year, well, the one thing that's always consistent is the snowdrops.
Yeah.
I've been stuck on those for many years, and bulbs too, because this is another place it's mostly a snowdrop bed. There are other early bulbs.
What's great about it is that you wouldn't know it, and that the bulbs don't take up any more space. You know, you could still have all these other perennials that come up afterwards, and then you wouldn't have known that you even have bulbs underplanted in this.
Yeah. You might not want to know looking at it. You might think, wow, somebody should get him a weed whacker, but
Frank, you're too self-deprecating. And of course the succulents too. Look at good use of bricks piled up as like a showcase space.
Yeah, that's what am I going to do with the bricks until we use them again. But yeah, I knew they'd be sitting around for a couple of years, so I stacked them. And when that became lanternfly unfriendly, this is where I put them, and they seem all right here.
Great. Well, thank you. This is a really lovely little tour.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.